Hello, match day 4 of AFC Champions League Elite East, and we're in Japan as Sanfrecce Hiroshima take on Gangwon of Korea Republic. It's Gangwon who've made the stronger start to this competition, sitting in third place, 2 wins from 3. Sanfrecce Hiroshima down in 8th, the last qualifying spot for the round of 16. But domestically, they've been pretty strong. Close to ideal conditions in Hiroshima. Temperatures in the mid-teens Celsius, slow breeze, dry, pretty much perfect. Sanfrecce Hiroshima come into this game full of confidence, having won the J-League Cup at the weekend, beating Kashiwa Reysol 3-1 at the Japan National Stadium in Tokyo. It's just the second time in Sanfrecce's history that they've won that competition. They've not got off to the best start in the league phase of this competition, though, despite beginning with a 2-0 win over Melbourne City. That was followed by a 1-1 draw with Shanghai Port and a 1-0 defeat at Ulsan. You could say the season's been the opposite for Gangwon. Already gathered in the tunnel, ready to come out. Both of these clubs coming to the end of their domestic campaigns, and after finishing as runners-up in the K-League last season, Gangwon have not been able to quite hit the same standards in this campaign. But they've made a great start to the AFC Champions League Elite and are looking to secure back-to-back victories over Japanese opposition after their stunning 4-3 win over Vissel Kobe last time out. And there's a decent travelling support here too. That's been acknowledged by Jung Kyung-ho, the head coach. And he's already said that he wants to put on a good show for those who have come over. And in that last game, Gangwon were 3-0 up at half-time before Vissel Kobe staged a quite brilliant comeback, scoring the equaliser in the 89th minute. But the Korean side did not give up and got the winner in the 5th minute of stoppage time. That followed up a win over Shanghai Shenhua and defeat to Chengdu in their first 2 matches. Still waiting for Sanfrecce to come out into the tunnel. I doubt we'll see them in just a few seconds' time. They have a big few weeks coming up after winning the J-League Cup at the weekend, because they also have an Emperor's Cup semi-final a week on Sunday. That's also against Vissel Kobe, and that represents their best chance of qualifying again for next season's AFC Champions League Elite, with the winner gaining a place through winning that trophy. Tonight, though, all about trying to improve on their position in the table. They've won 3 out of their last 4 meetings against clubs from Korea Republic, albeit they lost their last match to Ulsan. Brilliant atmosphere inside this relatively new arena, opened last year, and it is literally bouncing. Gangwon's domestic season is somewhat petering out, and head coach Jung Kyung-ho showed in the last game that it's pretty much all in on the AFC Champions League now, sitting 3rd in the table. They haven't won away from home in any competition since August, and their only win in their last 8 matches was that victory over Vissel Kobe. Top half split in the K-League. Their title chances slipped away over the past few weeks, and that title all wrapped up by Jeonbuk. A reminder of the competition formats: the AFC Champions League Elite is split into East and West sections. All clubs play 8 fixtures against different opposition, 4 home, 4 away. The top 8 from each will head through to the round of 16. It's been a few days of celebration for Sanfrecce Hiroshima after that trophy win at the weekend. One of the most successful clubs in Japanese history. But in the AFC Champions League, they've not progressed further than the round of 16. Gangwon are the visitors. The Korea Republic side have taken to this competition well in their debut season. One win from 3 leaves Sanfrecce 8th in the table. That's the final spot to qualify for the knockout stage. Gangwon in a stronger position, 3rd overall in the East League, following 2 victories so far. Could say that both of these clubs have come into this match on a high, different reasons. Sanfrecce having won the J-League Cup at the weekend, and Gangwon having beaten Vissel Kobe last time out, despite letting that 3-0 lead slip. That was their only victory in their last 8 matches in all competitions. So can they get a 2nd straight win over Japanese opposition? Hiroshima Soccer Stadium is the setting. Impressive new home of Sanfrecce. Moved into this venue last year. Head coach Mikhail Skibbe makes 5 changes compared to their last AFC Champions League outing. Jong Min-gi starts in goal, having missed out on the J-League Cup final. There are changes in attack too. Bella Jaman and Mitsuki Kato come into the side, as do Daiki Suga, Satoshi Tanaka, and Shuta Nakano, who set up 2 goals from long throws at the weekend, is only on the bench. Referee is Casey Rybelt, who last month became Australia's first full-time female referee. She was also the first Australian woman to take charge of a match in the AFC Champions League 2 years ago. And a reminder that VAR is in operation for this game. Young is in discussion about which side to kick off from after winning the toss. Well, compared with the side that beat Vissel Kobe in their last AFC Champions League Elite game, Gangwon make 2 changes. There are 2 players who scored in that match too. Well, Tai Hyung is suspended. Lee San-hyun drops to the bench. So in come Park Ho-young and Kim Kan-uk. Leading the line is Kim Kon-hee, who scored the dramatic 95th minute winner last time out. Sanfrecce have a mixed overall record against K-League opposition. 5 wins, 2 draws, 4 defeats. It could be a game with a real clash of styles. Gangwon caused Vissel Kobe so many problems with their speed in attack, and have shown their strength in possession too. In fact, an average of almost 60% across the 3 matches so far, and that is the best in the competition. Sanfrecce have a fast-paced attack, great on transition, have real strengths from set pieces. 2 of their goals in the J-League Cup final at the weekend came from long throws, a trend which is establishing itself around the world. And in Mikhail Skibbe, they have an experienced head coach, the J-League Manager of the Year from 2024. Once the Bundesliga's youngest ever coach when he took over Borussia Dortmund at the age of just 32. Final team talks then. Marco Tutsi vocal for Gangwon. And pretty much an ever-present, the Montenegro international. It's been recently named in the latest squad for FIFA World Cup qualifiers. There is the big centre-half. So if you look at results in this competition so far, you might say that Sanfrecce need a win more here. In danger of dropping out of the top 8. There there's still plenty of time left in this competition, of course. And after this game, this will be the halfway point. Sanfrecce Hiroshima against Gangwon, two clubs with real hopes of making the round of 16 in the AFC Champions League Elite. A mixed start to the league phase, but this could be very interesting. Gangwon playing in the all-white. They made a very fast start against Vissel Kobe. The intensity at the start of their match was very tough for the Japanese side to deal with. Attack early in this match. Song Chul-sa to take this throw. He scored the third of the goals against Vissel Kobe in that previous match. Saminu plays that quarterback role for Gangwon. Attempted flick for Kim Kon-hee. It's intercepted. Foul on Hayao Kawabe. The Gangwon skipper. There's 5 changes from the last AFC Champions League game for Sanfrecce. It's 5 as well from the J-League Cup final win at the weekend too. Mikhail Skipper saying there were a few minor injuries. That's the reason for the changes. The throw goes the way of the visitors. Win in 8 matches for Gangwon coming into this match. They haven't been in great form away. Sanfrecce looking to make the most of home advantage. Just drop here for Jaman. Early cross. Gangwon can counter. Intercepted by Shiotani. Collided with Kim Kon-hee. The hero, Kim Kon-hee, from the last match for Gangwon. Struggled in the second half of that match against Vissel Kobe. They didn't have the momentum at all, but Kim Kon-hee had a late chance and then buried an opportunity from a corner as well. Song. Taking quickly the throw to E. Tutsi. Saminu. Space here. Kim Tae-won, who was lethal from set pieces in that last game. Before that no one's had better possession statistics than Gangwon in this competition so far. It'll be something that I'm sure Sanfrecce Hiroshima will be prepared for. It's Marco Tutsi and Saminu. That's the intercepted. Sanfrecce on the attack, but Lee Yoo-hyung gets back to it. Never panic, Gangwon. If they don't have to go long, then they won't. Very much in their style. For Chong-hyo. Up for Kim Kon-hee. Kim Da-eun. With Song. Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Struggling to much of a foot on the ball in the early stages. The attack being led by very experienced Valère Germain, the Frenchman. There is Michael Skipper, 60 years old now, the head coach of Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Was once the Bundesliga's youngest ever head coach when he took over Borussia Dortmund at the age of just 32. Very young at the time. That record since the past by Julian Nagelsmann, who's now in charge of Germany, of course. He's had spells with Bayer Leverkusen, Eintracht Frankfurt, Galatasaray, Greece too. Jong Kyung-ho, this is his first managerial job. Former winger for Gangwon. So played for Korea Republic at the 2004 Olympic Games. It's a bit of a transitional season for Gangwon. They lost a number of key players in the last off-season and in the summer too, to European clubs. Kim Kon-hee. Back forward for Kim Da-eun to chase. It's an awkward one for Jong Min-gi in the Sanfrecce goal. Barely played since joining on loan from Suwon. It's a nice move though from Gangwon, intercepted and cut out by Shiotani. Kim Kon-hee is the big threat for Gangwon. Full international. Made his Korea Republic debut 4 years ago. Frustrating the opposition. The hosts here, Gangwon. Sasaki. Doesn't quite drop for Jaman. Does though for Suga. Gangwon able to prevent the corner. It's good pressing from Sanfrecce. Sasaki. First real spell that Sanfrecce had. Delivery to Shaman, it almost went all the way through. Chong-hyo had sight of the ball all the way though. It's almost a threat of an own goal there, any touch. That may have seen its way past Chong-hyo, not to be though. Given Sanfrecce's history as one of the most successful clubs in Japan, 8-time league champions, 3 since the J-League was formed. They haven't been able to translate that yet into continental competition. Only got as far as the round of 16 on 2 occasions. Too much there of Kim Da-eun. did play in plenty of the J-League Cup matches, but wasn't picked by Mikhail Skibbe for the final. Keisuke Osako got the nod instead. And this may be a little bit of a nod to that selection tonight for this game. Intercepted by Suga. Maeda plays it on to Kawabe. And Jaman can't get a clean shot away. Foul by Araki. Araki got the opening goal in that J-League Cup final. It's nice from Maeda. Tanaka. Suga cuts back onto the left foot. Lofted up in the air by Arai. And Pa has lost that one. Needed to take control of the situation. In the end, no real danger. A slightly heavy touch from Araki. Out for a throw, but this ball from Arai caused all kinds of problems for Pa Chong-hyo there. Just a hopeful one into the air, really. Big chances then for either side, but an opportunity here for Gangwon to deliver a ball into the box. Shin Min-ha has been sent forward, so is the imposing figure of Marco Tutsi, who was the target of most set pieces in their win over Vissel Kobe. He's just lurking next to Daiki Suga. Kim then with a delivery, headed clear. Arai just about get there first. Jeez, not given up by Song Chun-sa. Good battle down that side. See the sportsmanship between them two. Pa Chong-hyo along with the goal kick, easily cut out by Lee. Tough one for Rotsuki Kato to bring down. Suga with the throw by Shin. One of the breakthrough players for Gangwon this season has Shin Min-ha, just 20 years old. And here we're going to see one of these long throws. It was Shota Nakano who set up the goals in the J-League Cup final, but this is a big one from Suga. Danger not away. Here is Arai. Suga. Japan international. It's so difficult to deal with those long throws. They're a very different trajectory to a free kick or a corner into the box. Much flatter. Shiotani. Sanfrecce, after a slow start, maybe just starting to ease into the match now. Sasaki. Suga was trying to play the ball around the corner. Tutsi back to his keeper. And Gangwon will go again. It's the best finish in the club's 17-year history when they ended up as runners-up in the K-League last season. One of these stories of the previous campaign in Korea Republic's big league. Who have claimed the league title this season already. There's still 3 matches to play domestically. Gangwon had a very respectable goalless draw with the new champions at the weekend. Saminu Kang Chun-ya. With Kang. He's got some space to run into here as well. Tracking back was Satoshi Tanaka. Sanfrecce looking to go on the attack here. Sasaki back to Suga. Stolen by Maeda. Back with Gangwon though. Both these sides really cancelling themselves out in the opening stages. Brought back to Japan by Sanfrecce after a spell in Europe. He's at Standard Liège and Grasshoppers in Zurich and Wolverhampton Wanderers in the Premier League 2. Sasaki. Not too much on that for Suga to chase. Ball from Kim Kon-hee, and Kim Dae-un is in here. And flag, I think, is up for offside. Just straying offside. Kim Dae-un. It was a good ball from Kim Kon-hee. Definitely been some positives in the first full season for Jung Kyung-ho. His first real managerial job. It's a good ball. And still, Sanfrecce on the attack. Arai goes in for a 50-50. And it's won by Song Chun-sa. Threaded ball through by Tsukasa Shayotoni. unfairly, says the referee. Physical start from both sides. Something that both head coaches had highlighted about each other, the physical nature of both the team setups. Kawabe wasn't able to get his foot on the ball. Junhya. Fullback, moving the ball around nicely, falls for Kim Kong-hee. Saminu, wide for Tutsi. Song. Sa. Kim Kanu. Yes, it is a foul. Free kick for Gangwon, just on the edge of the area, and the first yellow card of this game is shown to Naoto Arai. A bit of a clumsy one with the high foot. Just didn't see Song Jun-sa's run coming round on the outside. So Arai is in the book, and it's a really good opportunity this for Gangwon, in a decent position, and they'll load the box. From Taiwan with the in-swinging delivery. Some dangerous ones in the last match day. Plenty of height in the box. Park Hyo-yeon, Tutsi, Kim Kon-hee, all possibilities at the back post. That aerial advantage, punched away though by Jong Min-gi. Danger still not completely away. That was a good ball into the box by Kim Kanu. Jong had to take responsibility. Kang Junhya goes short with the fullback. Still with Kang. Forces Song Jun-sa a little wider than he may have liked. Tutsi. Stats showing that the only chances falling for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Neither keeper really severely tested yet. Experienced Pa Chung-kyo in goal for Gangwon with the long ball forward. Kato unable to find a teammate. My fall for Kato again. Gangwon players swarming all over their hosts. Awkward one, that one for Saminu. Possession back with Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Quite full kindly for them though. Smart back heel from Kim Kon-hee. And now Kim Tae-won tried to get the early cross into the box. He's won a corner. Right idea from Kim Tae-won. Nice touch, a couple of nice touches from Gangwon here and Kim Kanu. So they have another opportunity from a set piece here, Gangwon. Kim Tae-won will take this corner. A significant height advantage just on first sight, don't they, Gangwon? Too much pushing and shoving for the referees like Indo from Saminu. Kim Tae-won with the corner. Away by Kato. Unable to beat its first man there, that set piece. Disappointing one for Gangwon. Forward for Kim Tae-won, out for a throw. Tutsi. Shin Min-ha. Tutsi, nice ball forward. And this is a nice move from Gangwon. Can't find Kim Tae-won. They're getting into some clever spaces, Gangwon. Tutsi. Sanfrecce Hiroshima force Gangwon to go all the way back. When they shift the ball along Gangwon and they're full of confidence, they do it with real style. It's almost a surprise really that they completely dropped off in the second half. In that last match against Vissel Kobe, they were playing with such a swagger and confidence. That confidence just evaporated after the break. It was a completely different performance either side of half-time from Gangwon. To take advantage of what's been a strong start in this match. Sasaki, Suga, with the Sanfrecce Hiroshima skipper here. 15 caps for Japan, vastly experienced. In the club now for 10 years, Sho Sasaki. Safety first, header back from Tsukasa Shiotani. Suga off on the run. Nicely cut back, maybe the touch a little bit too heavy. Give Daiki Suga confidence though that he can beat Kang Chun-ka on that side. Much of an opportunity to run at the fullback. Free kick goes the way of Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Sho Sasaki. Been many opportunities like this for the home sides. Most of them are falling for the visitors. A chance here for Hato Arai to get the ball into the box. It's a good delivery towards Sasaki. It might have been Hayato Araki who got his head on it. Straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. Terrific delivery, free header as well. Araki unable to get the power on it to cause any real damage. Kim Tae-won into Song. Oh, that could have gone anywhere from Sasaki. Only had to get a touch with Kim Kon-hee waiting. Gangwon breaking fast. Maybe Song may have been doubts about whether he was onside or not. That was the appeal from Sho Sasaki. But the call hasn't gone his team's way, and Gangwon have another corner. Just over half an hour played. Decent delivery again, but the referee seeing a bit too much pushing and shoving in the box, and the free kick goes the way of the hosts. John Mingi in a heap on the ground. So free kick for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Kim Kon-hee. Sanfrecce Hiroshima, maybe with a chance to get forward here. Kawabe, still Kawabe, straight down the throat of Pa Cheong-kyo though. First real effort that Sanfrecce Hiroshima have had on goal, and they could be through here through Kato. Kato with the shot first time. Stung the hands of Pa Cheong-ho. Two shots in quick succession. Right idea from Natsuki Kato to have a go first time. Sasaki. Too much on that for Kato. Maeda. Ball clip forwards for Kato. Appeals for a free kick, but nothing given by the referee. Adamant, he should have had a free kick. Not given. Kato. Trying to close down his man. It's been a quiet first half so far for the experienced Frenchman. Kato can't bring it under his spell, and Gangwon have it back. Kanu. It's been like this a little bit in staged of this match, fairly scrappy. Tutsi has come forward for Gangwon, winning the ball back for his side. Saminu for Song. Sanfrecce Hiroshima arguably came into this match as favourites off the back of their win at the weekend by claiming that J-League Cup trophy. Gangwon have more than matched their hosts so far in this match. Just under 10 minutes of this first half to go. It's been a tight game so far. Araki. Kim Tae-won. Pass is intercepted by Jaman and Saminu coming together. Hopefully the referee sort out. The free kick has gone the way of Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Valère Germain removing himself from the conversation. Range from the back three hasn't quite been there yet for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. It has been one of those games of niggly fouls. Neither side yet able to dominate this match. Skipper has transformed Sanfrecce Hiroshima into challenges near the top end of the table and in those competitions. Joined in 2022 from Alain and sort of an impression of trying to guide the club back to their glory days of the 2010s. And 3 J-League titles in 4 years between 2012 and 2015. Sanfrecce Hiroshima, they were the dominant force at that time. Tennis being played by both of these sides. Finally, Suga brings the ball down. Kato is pulled back by Shin Min-ha. Maeda. Arai wins the throw. I saw one though for Maeda. The collision with Marco Tutsi. And these two resuming their battle, and Tutsi winning the ball. Little support. Therefore, Kim Kang-woo in his throw. He wasn't able to keep the ball in. The midfielder. Given away to Kang. Kim Tae-won. It's a nicely threaded ball through to Kang, and he tries something a little bit too clever and got the ball stuck beneath his feet. Back with Kim. In fact, he's offside, and in the end, a promising attack peters out. Late flag going up, and Kang Chun-hya was well offside. Space here for Kim Tae-won to run into, and players are streaming forward, but he needs support here. Kim, back to Kim Kang-woo, who can't find a target. Well, Kim Tae-won was almost too fast for his teammates, got away quickly. That's a really nice touch from Kim Kon-hee to set Kim Tae-won away. He's had to delay and delay. Still able to find Kim Kang-woo, and that arguably is the best chance of the half for either side. Scuff shots sent wide. Slightly high line from Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Almost exploited completely by Gangwon. Loose ball out from the back for Sanfrecce. Tanaka trying to bring the ball under control, unable to do so. Back with Gangwon and back with Kim Tae-won. Nice touch from the winger. And he gives the ball away. Gangwon have it back. It's a nice touch through back to Kim. But John Mingi saw the ball all the way. It's been an energetic half, though, especially from Kim Tae-won. Some nice link-up play at the top from Kim Kon-hee. Sasaki. Tanaka. Kawabe. Two in the midfield for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Kawabe and Tanaka have struggled to get on the ball much in this half. It's a nice pass though from Kawabe. On to Suga. Suga might get a shot away. Spilled by the goalkeeper. Danger still not clear. Maeda's cross. Couldn't find a teammate. Jaman with the ball in. Strong finish to this half from Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Hooked forward again. Will fall for Valère Jaman. Arai can beat the first man with the cross. Got 1 minute of added time at the end of this half. Wasn't cleanly struck by Suga. Chong-kyo spinning the ball. It was a chance for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. They may have one more chance at the end of this half. The optimistic shot from distance from Shiotani is well wide of the target. So it is half-time, a tough physical battle out there. Both sides struggling to create many clear-cut chances. Kim Kwon-woo with the best of them nearer the end of the half after he was set up by Kim Tae-won, wasn't able to find a target, and Daiki Suga with a shot from just at the edge of the area for Sanfrecce Hiroshima at the end of the half. But chances fairly limited. And at the break, it is Sanfrecce Hiroshima 0, Gangwon 0.
Teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. And go on to do our best in the next game.
Welcome back for the second half, where it is Sanfrecce Hiroshima 0, Gangwon 0 at half-time. Both sides cancelling each other out in the first half. Very few chances. Gangwon arguably the greater threat in attack. It does appear we're going to see at least one change at the break for the home side. Let's see Shuto Nakano being prepared on the sideline, and he is the set-piece danger. In fact, there are 3 changes for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Jermaine there scored the 3rd goal in the J-League Cup final. Shuto Nakano, who is that danger from set pieces, from those long throws, and Sota Nakamura is also coming on. We're going to see a change too for Gangwon, and Park Sang-hyuk is going to be introduced. So I'll bring you a confirmation of all those changes in just a few moments, and who has been withdrawn. Now, one of the players who has come off is Naoki Maeda. A real signal there from Mikhail Skibet, and he wasn't too happy with what he saw in the first half with that triple change. Daiki Suga, one of the players who has come off, so is Naoki Maeda. And there's the confirmation of the change for Gangwon. For you in just a moment or two. But alterations made by both head coaches as we go into this second half, and Jermaine may be the big one for the home side. Made his international debut, age 30 this year. Scored 4 goals during an international debut in just 26 minutes, Jermaine. Quite the impression. And the number 9 on for Sanfrecce Hiroshima, as both sides look to make a strong start to this second half. So the confirmation that the players brought off for Sanfrecce Hiroshima: Naito Arai, Naoki Maeda, Daiki Suga. Gangwon on the attack again at the start of this half. Almost a clever ball around the corner from Kim Tae-won. Possible to see a slight change of formation from Sanfrecce Hiroshima with those changes. So it's Kim Kan-woo, who's been withdrawn for Gangwon, with Park Sang-hyuk coming on in his place, and it was Kim who had that big chance at the end of that first half. Now, first opportunity to see Shuto Nakano with one of his big long throws. Causes real trouble inside that box. With Nakano. Shingotani switching port play. corner throw then for the home side. There's the substitute for Gangwon. Germain. So we have a Germain and a Germain. Both spelled the same, both said very differently. Both on the pitch for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. By Kim. Claimed by Jermaine. There's some space to run into as well, and that's a really good ball and a huge chance passed up by Mutsuki Kato. But instant impact by Jermaine. Threaded the ball through for Kato and wide of the target. Just 2 J-League goals this season for Kato, none in this competition. And dragging his shot wide, and that is the best chance that Sanfrecce Hiroshima have had so far. A foul by the recently introduced substitute Pat on Sho Sasaki. Sasaki. Nicely one back. Kawabe. He's giving the ball away though. Redeems himself somewhat. Hayo Kawabe. It's already been a better start to this second half for Gangwon. They managed against Vissel Kobe when they conceded twice in the opening 5-6 minutes in that match after the break. It was in that match as well that Gangwon struggled still with massive changes from Vissel Kobe. Something similar that Sanfrecce Hiroshima have done in this second half. And by Jermaine, looking for Germain. To Gangwon in the centre of midfield. Again in turn, back to Sota Nakamura, who's taken up position on that left-hand side, the left wing back now. Kawabe has to retreat slightly more than he would have liked to. Jermaine for Nakano. Tanaka, Sasaki, Nakamura, Araki. A challenge in from Kim Kon-ki. He's showing his all-round game so far this evening, dropping back and linking play, doing the defensive work as well. Sasaki is fouled by Pa Sang-kyu. Strong start though for Sanfrecce Hiroshima in this second half. Chance here for Sota Nakamura to get the ball into the box, and with Yo Jermaine there now too. A bit more of a presence in the area towards the Raki. Cleared away, only as far as Shiotani. Nakamura again. Back towards the area, Raki has stayed forward. Come down, holding his face, the centre-back. Nothing given by the referee. Back on his feet. Not much in it between him and Song Jun-sa. May well have just landed a little awkwardly. A reminder, it's just one win so far in this competition for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. They came into this right on the verge of dropping out of the top 8 in the East League phase. Gangwon going well in 3rd place with their 2 victories from 3 so far. And at the end of this game, we would have reached the halfway point. Saminu showing good strength and then good distribution to Kim Tae-won. Nice touches from the winger, continuing where he left off in the first half. Yoo Kyung loses out and tries to win the ball back, and he has done fairly. Referee says play on. Song gets his ball into the area, might fall here for Park. Park with the effort, took a deflection, corner for Gangwon. The substitute orchestrating the crowd behind the goal. May just have been heading on target, that one from Park. First corner of this half then for Gangwon. Once again, it will be Kim Tae-won. Still a little bit too physical. They jostle for position. Kato and Shin are told to stop at their games, and Kim Tae-won will take the delivery. Good punch on the ball from Jong Min-gi. And in the end, it is a free kick given away by Gangwon. Just one win in 8 matches in all competitions for Gangwon. Coming into this game, that was over Vissel Kobe in this AFC Champions League Elite. The context of that, of course, is that they have started to prioritise this competition over domestic with the title gone. Here's Jermaine. Nakamura gets his cross into the box. Germain was waiting there. Germain chasing again. Chitsi will see the ball out. Hooked towards the back post for Germain, and he is able to get his header back across goal, but away by Park Hyo-young. .35 now. Valère Jamin spent most of his career in France with Monaco and Marseille and Montpellier. Won the Ligue 1 title in 2017, so he's played in the UEFA Champions League as well. This free kick has gone the way of Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Park Sang-hyuk is making his presence known, isn't he, since coming on as a substitute at half-time. Skipper is already making another change, and Valère Germain makes his exit. Gorsuke Kinoshita will take his place. Four goals in the league this season for Kinoshita. Still with Nakano, gets his cross in. And away, Tutsi with the header. Nakano has gone down inside the box. Jermaine has won a corner. Will be checked, of course, this challenge on Shuto Nakano. That he was pushed here. This was the incident between Nakano and Sa Min-woo. It's going to be a corner. VAR deciding there was nothing in that to warrant a penalty. Good delivery in, and it almost fell its way to Jermaine. Kim Tae-won on the chase. A tricky one for John Min-gi. He's put the ball out for a throw-in. This was the chance. Nakano was coming across goal, so was Sasaki. This time the free kick goes the way of Gangwon. A foul by Sho Sasaki. See what he thinks of it. And once again, it's the substitute Pa who's getting involved heavily in this half. So over an hour played, still goalless. Free kick for Gangwon. Picked up here by Pa. Lee with the touch. And it's the Gangwon skipper with the foul. That Sasaki picked up a yellow card. It wasn't shown initially to the Sanfrecce Hiroshima captain. Given away to Nakano. Hearing his name being chanted by the crowd inside this arena. The heroes of that J-League Cup victory at the weekend. Those long throws causing so much damage. Show what he can do with his feet too. Kawabe. Jermaine runs into trouble with Tutsi, who's right on the back of Yo Jermaine. Well, that's a blind pass, and he could be in trouble here. And how did Kato not score? Back with Jermaine, good save, and Kato puts the ball in the back of the net. And Sanfrecce Hiroshima take the lead. And it's a gift from Gangwon. It's a goal, all of their own making, really. Sanfrecce made a bit of a hash of it in terms of trying to convert. Kato doing all the right things there. Great block. And then heading straight back to Jermaine. Kato putting the rebound away. And you could say they could have scored 3 times there. Fantastic block from Shin. Space straight back into danger to Jermaine, and Kato with the finish. This time it's a good save from Pa Chung-hyo. Couldn't do anything about diverting the path of the ball. Back to Mitsuki Kato, and Sanfrecce Hiroshima have a 1-goal lead. First goal in this competition for Mitsuki Kato. How can Gangwon respond? Been pretty neat and tidy all through this match, Gangwon. Pass put them in real trouble, under no real danger. They have a free kick here, the visitors. Kim Tae-won being told where he should be trying to take this free kick from. His delivery, it's not the best, headed away by Nakamura. Nakamura getting back again with a combination of himself and Kawabe. Managed to win the ball back, and then a heavy challenge, and a few frustrations boiling over. Lee Yo-kyung is running away from the referee. I think he's not going to get away without a chat, at least. It's a heavy challenge on the goal scorer, Mitsuki Kato, after the whistle had blown. There's a yellow card for the Gangwon captain. So, Sanfrecce Hiroshima get play restarted with Jong Mingi straight out of the play. Back with Gangwon. Kawabe forward by Park Ho-young. Shiotani. First time ball was attempted for Nakano. Kim Tae-won. He had made the run forward. He's won it back here. The Pa. So Kim Tae-won. Good challenge from Tanaka, who then wins the throw. Options on the bench for Gangwon. The obvious one would be Lee Sang-kong, who scored the opening goal against Vissel Kobe in the previous match. Yellow cards here for Marco Tsutsi. Sasaki. Nakamura's made the run. Goes for Kinoshita instead. He gets his cross in towards Jermaine. Did really well to get anything into the box. Tanaka. The foul from Sasaki, and he's already been booked. And the Sanfrecce Hiroshima captain has been sent off. Two yellow cards in less than 10 minutes. And Sho Sasaki has been shown red. And Sanfrecce Hiroshima will have to play over 20 minutes with just 10 men. This is the foul on Kim Kon-hee. And it was a little late. It's a big setback for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Mikhail Skibber now has some thinking to do about how he's going to rearrange things at the back. Captain's armband pass to Hayao Kawabe. So can Gangwon now take advantage of this man up and try and get the equaliser, or even better? Mikhail Skibber looks back over the replays with Valère Gilman, and he's going to make an instant change here. Skibber. Shunki Higashi is coming on, and he'll place the goal scorer with Suki Kato, so shoring things up in midfield. Mikhail Skibber. Another of the goal scorers from the J-League Cup final win at the weekend is Shunki Higashi. A successful night for Mitsuki Kato. So yet to restart play. We're just having a few more words with Lee Yoo-hyun. Back underway then. Sanfrecce Hiroshima down to 10. Gangwon with the man advantage. Jermaine. Nakamura had to delay things slightly. Back to Jermaine. Kim Tae-won, being their main creative outlet for Gangwon tonight. Lee Yu-hyun, Tutsi. It's a heavy pass. It's given away to Kinoshita. Nice skill from Kosuke Kinoshita. And he's done really well to win a free kick there, the substitute. Pretty much isolated up there. Good hold-up play from the striker. Drawing the foul from Pa Ho-young. Here come the changes for Gangwon. May just wait until this free kick is taken, though. A big one. Lee Sang-hyun is going to be on soon for Gangwon. First, they need to defend this set piece, though. And they won't have to, because it's been overhit by Shunki Higashi. And here come the changes. So there'll be no dramatic equalisers or winners from Kim Kon-hee. He is being withdrawn. Lee Sang-hyun coming on, number 22, and Kim Min-chun is also coming on for Pa Ho-young, who was partly responsible for that goal for Sanfrecce. Lee Sang-hyun was named in the K-League Best 11 last year, attracting attention from around the world. They managed to keep hold of him after losing some of their best players. Gangwon. But Lee Sang-hyun is a big player for Gangwon. They'll be hoping to make a big impact. Kang checks back to Shin. Tutsi. Saminu. Shin Min-ha. Tutsi. Sa. Kim Tae-won is left if he wants to use him. Makes his way to Kim. With Song Jun-sa. That's a real touch for Lee Sang-hyun. Again, the sub. Lee Yu-hyun. Back with the skipper. Patiently building here, Gangwon, but Sanfrecce are holding their positions. They're going to have to be so disciplined now in the latter stages of this match. Clipped forward by Sa. Now will run harmlessly through to the goalkeeper. It's all set up then for a fascinating end to this match. They've won the throw here. Sanfrecce. It's a rugby match. They have gained some territory. Nakano maybe thinking about one of his long throws. Gone shorter to Jermaine. Tutsi wins the ball back. And then another poor pass across goal. And that's not punished this time. by Sanfrecce. But very casual from Marco Tuzzi. Sa. Kim Tae-won or Lee Yoo-hyun. Kang Jun-hya. Delivery into the box. It's slightly overhit. Away by Raki. This might just be the way for much of the rest of this game. Gangwon with the possession, trying to break down Sanfrecce. Lee Yoo-hyun. Sa. Can't beat Jermaine. He's back defending for Sanfrecce, and then Gangwon give the ball back. Nakamura for Jermaine. It may just be that Sanfrecce have to surrender possession and just rely on the fact that they can soak up this pressure from Gangwon and counter when they need to. They have the goal advantage, but they are a man down. Lee Yoo-hyun. Shin Min-ha. Not much space for Gangwon to work in. Trying to thread the ball through to Kang. Nakamura, good defending, out for a throw though. Marco Tuzzi. Kim Tae-won. Looking for options, finds Lee Sang-hong. With Sa, and hoofed away by Shiotani. And Gangwon will have to build again. Sanfrecce will back themselves, that they can defend. The statistics when it comes to shots, it hasn't felt quite that way in terms of dominance of the game, but several of those shots on target came from the one chance that led to the goal. It's been Gangwon with all the possession, and you imagine it's only going to get stronger. Might just fall for someone here. Sa. Kim Tae-won. It's a good delivery into the box, headed away, and then cleared away from danger by Tanaka. Still plenty of running, though, in the legs of Sanfrecce. Be tired, of course, from the big effort, both physically and emotionally, that it took to win the J-League Cup in Tokyo at the weekend. Sarinu starts another build. Trying to find the wrong of Kang, intercepted. Sanfrecce will come forward, and it might just break here for Higashi. Good recovery though from Shin Min-ha. Decent pace to cover the run from Shunki Higashi. Tuzzi. Hyun. Kim Tae-won. Song. It's a good cross, but part of these substitutes couldn't divert his header on target. Never looked too convincing under that high ball. So Sanfrecce have managed to see off around 10 minutes with just 10 men. Now they've got another 10 minutes or so to try and do the same, but a couple more changes are being readied by Gangwon. Jermaine underneath this ball. Taken quickly by Song. Still haven't seen those changes, and now we will. Or maybe not. Song. Kang Jun-ka. Someone's got tumbling inside the box. It's Park. Headed away from danger again. Nice Sanfrecce. Every player back inside their own half for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. That's threaded through for Song, who may be able to get his cross in, wins the corner. And here come the changes. Song Chun-sa will come off. That was his last contribution, winning the corner, and Hyun-cha is coming on. Also being withdrawn is Kang Chung-sha, and Kim To-hyun has taken his place. And Cha will take the corner as soon as coming on, and it's a good delivery and a decent flick on two. Danger not away. Clipped into the box again. Lee with the shot. And finally the free kick goes the way of Sanfrecce. The high boot. A chance almost falling for the danger man, Lee Sang-hong. Resolute defending, though, by Mikhail Skibber's side. Lucky it was already falling, actually, when the foul was committed. Maybe got a bit lucky. Time running out for Gangwon. Changes have been made by Jong Kyung-ho. Nakamura wins the throw for the hosts. A rare foray upfield by Sanfrecce since going down to 10 men. Higashi. Good pressure from Nakamura. Really good pressing from the substitute fullback. Higashi. Well, that's really good improvisation from the forward. Almost pulled off. A sensational bit of skill. Hooking it over the defender. There was Pa Chung-hyo. Foul, says the referee. Sanfrecce give the ball away to Chitsi. Chua. Experienced former career Republic international wins the free kick, and will try and take responsibility for this delivery too. Twice an AFC Champions League winner is Hongta. What can he produce here? Taiwan has also come over. He's been responsible for most of the set pieces. It will be Cho instead. Led away by Araki. Tutsi will collect to Kim To-hyun. Hongcha. Time to get his cross into the box. Kawabe can't get the ball away. It's not the best effort anyway. And the time continues to tick away. The effort from Kim Min-chun. We've had plenty of the ball, Gangwon. And in truth, Jong Min-gi hasn't really had a save to make. It's got tougher as the game's got much more defensive for Sanfrecce in this last 20 minutes or so, into the final minute of the 90. There will be a significant amount added on, you would think, with the substitutions and the sending off. Sa. Is forcing Gangwon to go back to the keeper. Long ball forward. Once again, Araki is underneath it. It's been a rock since losing one of his centre-half partners. So has Shiotoshi. A chance here for Sanfrecce to counter, perhaps, but a little bit too much on that for Nakano. 4 minutes then of added time at the ends of this half. 4 minutes for Gangwon to find an equaliser against the 10 men of Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Shin Min-ha with the long ball forward towards Hongcha. Loads of space here. If the right pass can be picked out by Tanaka, he can't. Nakamura not reading that one. Some tired bodies out there. One final effort from both of these sides. Shin upfield again. Hongcha looking for the free kick, not given. Back with Kim. Kim twisting and turning. Back with Cha. Combination of Kawabe and Nakano getting the ball away. But Kim Tae-won again. And once again, Araki is there. Nakamura clears. One more ball back into the box. And it was flicked on by Pa, and no one was on the end of it. Was that a chance for Gangwon? Should they have done better? Sanfrecce will take their time to get play restarted. Just 2 minutes left. Kim To-hyun. To Kim Min-chun. Sa Min-yu. Trying to work some space. He's done well to get the ball back, but the heavy touch, and Sanfrecce Hiroshima out of play for another throw to Gangwon, taken quickly. Sa. Hongche. Again away by Araki. Might fall though for Kim To-hyun. And not won fairly, says the referee. So it's a free kick to Gangwon, right on the edge of the area. With the clock in the final minute of the allotted added time. This, you would think, is it for Gangwon. Foul by Satoshi Tanaka. It's in a decent position, this. Will there be late drama? It's slightly central, maybe too central. Jung Kyung-ho can only sit and watch as Hongche and Kim Tae-won hover over this ball. Who will it be? Kim or Hongche? It's now or never for Gangwon. It's Hongche and hits the crossbar and out to play off the back of Jong. So close. There may be time for the corner. Sanfrecce have to switch on one more time. This is surely it for Gangwon. Headed away by Kinoshita. Kim trying to get the ball into the box. There may be time for one more delivery, but it has to be now. Vital block by Kinoshita again. Pa with the cross, and it's spilled by Jong, and the foul on the keeper. Well, Hayo Kawabe is shown a yellow card for kicking the ball away. The Gangwon players surround Jong Min-ki. Dramatic end to this match, and high stakes and high emotions being shown by both clubs. And the yellow card was shown to Kawabe for kicking the ball away. In the end, it is a free kick though to Sanfrecce, and they may just have done enough. We played 3 minutes more than the additional time that was allocated. And that is it. The 10 men of Sanfrecce Hiroshima have held on. Matsuki Kato, that man there with the winning goal just after the hour mark. But Gangwon coming this close to getting the equaliser right at the end. And when it came off the crossbar, it could have gone anywhere. It went out for a corner. Bok Hung-cha, almost the hero for Gangwon. Sanfrecce held on after losing their captain Sho Sasaki. A second yellow card shown to Sasaki. And they had to play over 20 minutes, the hosts. But they had their second win in this competition. Sanfrecce Hiroshima, it's job done. Maybe it wasn't pretty, but Matsuki Kato's goal has done the job. So close for Gangwon, who hit the crossbar through Hong-cha right at the end. The hard-fought game, a physical game from both of these sides. Sanfrecce Hiroshima have their second win of the AFC Champions League Elite league phase. It is finished. Sanfrecce Hiroshima 1, Gangwon 0.